What now? What next? Two questions we all ask ourselves every single day. Whether you're 10 years old playing football or you're 30 years old being a new parent, you want to know, what do I do? And after I do that thing, how do I evaluate it? Is it the right thing? Is it the wrong thing? Well, in my talk today, I want to just share with you some concepts you can use to take the step and evaluate it as you go as well. All right? These are concepts for you to take to stimulate thought. Take it, see yourself in it. Wherever you are in life, it is for you that I'm just sharing with you as I use as well. So first off, I'll tell you who I am. My name is Marlo Clarke, and I'm from Barbados. I know. It's beautiful 21-mile-long island. I grew up there, I was born there. And when I was 7 years old, I saw a world map. I remember looking at the map and wondering, well, where's my island? And it was a tiny dot on the map. And I was like, wow, I love it here, but there's so many people outside I want to go meet and see and spend time with. So at 7 years old, I made a choice to travel the world. I didn't know what it would look like. I went home that night and told my parents, I'm going to go to Australia and see alligators. You know, and you're 7, you have your dream, right? Now, when I was 14 years old, I started working on that dream. One of my schoolmates became very famous. I went to Combermere School, and we were a very proud bunch. And she became very famous, and I was like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. You know, she was normal, just like me. And if she can succeed, I want to as well. So I started watching and seeing what she did. So more of my classmates became famous, whether it was in athletics or in cricket. And part of my life story was to find out what they did, evaluate it, and implement myself. So then I started taking some risk. After she got famous, I said I need a sport to play. So I started playing rugby. Never heard of it before. I went on YouTube, I found it, and within 5 months, I was on the national team for Barbados playing rugby. I traveled doing that, and at 21 years old, I wanted to go and be a camp counselor in America. I remember applying and saying, hey, I want to go to America to be a camp counselor. She said, well, what state you want to go to? Well, I ended up going to Iowa. If you heard about Iowa, there isn't a whole lot in Iowa. I found a song, and the song, literally, it was 2 minutes long, and the word corn was probably 100 times in the song. It was corn, 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 look, a tree. And I remember, going there, and I showed up, it was June 3rd of 2009. I went there, and Iowa is a fantastic place. And my first day, they're saying, you know what, I'm going to move here someday. I'm going to live here. I didn't know what it would look like, but I was going to make it happen. I went to the CEO. I told him, hey, sir, I want to work for you. He said, what do you do? I said, no, I want to move here and work for you. He said, here's what you do. Finish your degree, and when you finish it, call me, and we'll talk about it. I said, that's not going to work. I went back to Barbados. I finished my degree. I sold all I had, got all my money out. I bought a plane ticket. I got on a plane the next week, flew to Iowa, walked into his office, and said, Frank, you told me to call you when I got my degree. I want to work for you, please. Here's my degree. He said, are you serious? I was like, yep. He was like, well, I don't have any jobs or money. I was like, here's what I'll do. I'll volunteer for a month. And in that month, I'll be pretty good, and you'll find the money to hire me. A year later, I moved there and created a program called Y Achievers. The program I ran was supposed to help young people in a criminal system make different choices. And all I will show you now are things that I use with my young people in the program. They come to me, stole a car, commit some crime. How do I take them from where they are to where they think they want to be and where I think they should be? So what now and what next? What do we do now? How do we evaluate that? So I want to share with you in the next 12 minutes what I've learned through working with young people in America and traveling the world as well, interviewing people all over the world. So the first thing is, in life, we have a passion. We hear about passion a lot. What is passion? Passion is a simple feeling. It's a strong feeling you have. It's why you want to do something. That is it. It's a feeling you have, a very deep emotion of why you want to do something. If you like football, it's that. If you have your kids, they're your passion. It's why you care. It's a fire in your heart, and it's always on. Now, when that passion is met with intentional action, it becomes your purpose. Now, when I say purpose, I want to talk about going towards your purpose. Purpose isn't a place. It is not a destination. Purpose is a process. If we aim to get the purpose and it's over there, when you get over there, I can guarantee you there'll be one more over there again. And then you'll get there, what happens? It's over there. You get your degree, you get your job, you get your family, there's always more over there. Don't focus on that. Purpose is a process, and contentment is now. So right now, you're students. Your purpose is what you want to be. So again, let's go through it. Passion is why. Strong emotion. Intention is what you do. The simplest, smallest step, whether it's a phone call you make, reading a book, or going to your job. And the purpose is what you want to be at the end of this. Very, very simple. Now, I think about intention. Intention glues it all together. You have that feeling, but it's not your purpose yet. The step you take gets you there. Now, with that step, what it will teach you is that I want you to take action. It may be the wrong action, but the wrong action taken on purpose, intentionally, not taking it to fail, but doing something that may not work out. That is better than inaction or reaction. Inaction teaches you nothing. You did nothing, so you learned nothing. Reaction, you just did it as a response. But when you take intentional action, you know the parameters that went into that action, and you can evaluate it. And part of it is that we're passionate, we really care about it, we know why, and it doesn't work out. It's disappointment, and it hurts. And that leads to pain. And this pain is very important in the whole process. Because what I want to show you is how to use this pain intentionally. How to take this pain you have, it didn't work out, you had all the passion in the world, you did it with all your heart, and it didn't work. How do we take this pain and process it to reinvest it? When the pain happens, remind yourself why you started. Always go back to that feeling you had in the beginning, before the action. Why did you start? Why are you doing this? So now let's go through how to use this pain now intentionally. So the first thing is we do something. We take a strong intentional step. We understand why we're doing it, we implement it. And afterwards, we get feedback. Now let's rebrand failure. The word failure hits very hard, right? Let's take the word failure out of it, because failure is followed by guilt. When you were 7 years old, you made a mistake and you got yelled at. And you felt bad about it. You felt shame and guilt. So we kind of stopped taking new actions. I want to ask you right now to go to your 7-year-old self and just tell that young person it's not their fault. You made a mistake, it's okay. We learn and we improve. When you do something, you get feedback. Positive or negative feedback. It is simply feedback. No emotion, don't worry about it. Okay? From this point, what happens next? We need to think and process that feedback we got. You took the action, it worked. Well, we do it again. We took it, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because you knew the parameters that went into that action. So you know how to evaluate it. And the secret is to go do it again. Because sometimes we do it, we succeed, and we stop. But the process is to continue improving. When we do it and it doesn't work, what do? We block that feeling. It feels terrible, it's painful, and thinking about it doesn't feel very good. So why would you do it? Well, anyone who's an expert at anything became really good at doing things badly over a long period of time. Any musician, any sports person, any academic. They just had an environment that allowed them to do things badly over a long period of time. And what allows us to do that is vulnerability. Vulnerability is doing something knowing it may not work out. We have great teachers and great coaches that allow us to be vulnerable. We do it intentionally. You got to be vulnerable knowing it may not work. To accept the negative feedback, again, vulnerability. To think about what in the equation did I do incorrectly. Are there always external factors? Yes, but focus on what you can change. It may be changing the environment. Now, one more thing in this process. In life, we fall down and we go again. But that's okay. But an important part of the process, when you do it, you get your feedback, you think about it vulnerably and openly. Part of it is to rest. We aren't taught to rest when we're striving for things we want. But sometimes you need to sit down. After it happens, you get the feedback, sit down for a while. Just breathe, process it, and when you're ready, you go again. Because it is your timeline, it is your life. So if you want to be a great student, you do your studies, doesn't work out, you improve. If it's parenting, if you're being a boss, remember those who were there for you that allowed you to be vulnerable. Those great teachers allowed you to go through the process easily, and then they also might as well showed you their vulnerability as well. Those are the ones that we connect with, that we remember as we get older. Now, part of it, in my life, after I went to America, things were going really great. I was able to help many kids. And I went home one time, and my nephew said, Marlo, you come home for a week a year. And it's great, but it breaks my heart sometimes. And I said, wow, this is heavy stuff. So my purpose changed, because purpose is yours. And you have the freedom to change it whenever you want. So let's talk about resource allocation. I worked in social work, but I studied economics. Time, energy, and money are our resources. We spend these every day. Right now, you are choosing to spend your time with me and with us. Your energy is here as well, and money is very important. Now, when we're 4 years old, we want a toy, and mom says, there's no money for that. And then you go to school, and well, why am I here? You've got to get a job. Well, why? To make money. That's fantastic. But money sometimes becomes the goal of the equation, not a variable. I want to bring money inside the equation for you. The goal is your purpose, whatever you want to be. Now, you invest your resources well. Right now, you're saying it's worth it to be here, your time here, your energy here. You're not making any money right now, but you're still going towards your purpose. If you're a student, it's the same thing. In your job, you trade time and energy for money. Sometimes you get a family, you want to spend more time and energy at home. It is your equation, it is your purpose. You adjust it however you see fit. Sometimes you go a volunteer. When you're volunteering, what are you doing? You're saying, I want to spend my time and energy helping kids play football. There's no money here, but I'm still achieving my purpose. So when I went home, that's what I did. I left America, I left my job, I left my security, went back to my island to be the world's best uncle. And we had a great time. I drove my grandma around Barbados. It was fantastic. My uncle has cancer. We spent Christmas together. I chose my purpose changed, so my equation became readjusted. Was it hard? Absolutely. But I wanted to be a good family member, to be a good uncle. And you have that freedom as well. It is your equation. They are your resources. You spend them and invest them however you see fit. And in this, time passes, money comes and goes. But energy is the one we have complete control over. Energy is the intention. Energy is the do. That is the one you can invest. You're investing it here right now. Energy is the one we have control over, so invest your energy well intentionally towards a purpose you choose. And the last one I'll speak about is called success management. And what does that mean? When you get what you want and you struggle for self, how do you handle it? It is difficult getting what you want. And what I've realized is that with the kids I worked with, the ones that did the best in the long run were the ones who expressed gratitude. You go back and you thank those who were there with you along the way. Go back to that teacher you had when you were 7 years old that allowed you to be vulnerable, to that old coach, to your parent even, to your friends. But look back and thank those along the way who were there with you throughout the process and the journey. There's a saying that when you get what you want, build a longer table, not a higher fence. Don't close yourself off. You got there with others. It was fantastic. You enjoyed that process. So when you get what you want, look back and thank people. So right now, I'll be vulnerable with you. I want to thank Warren Harvey. When I was 16 years old in accounting, he showed me what it was to be a good man. My parents were there for me as well. My friends were there. Zach Klipsch and Deb Gustafson were there for me as well. So who was there for you? So what now, what next? You're at TED conference right now. Afterwards, I want you to leave this room and call someone. Find them on Facebook or Instagram or find their phone number. Call the school you went to and thank them for being there with you, for allowing you to take intentional steps, to give you feedback, evaluate that feedback, and go do it again more intentionally and in a safe environment. We want to be able to create environments where our friends, our family, our kids, and our coworkers feel safe taking steps, evaluating, and improving every day, because that is all we want to do in this world. Thank you very much. Have a great day.